and I'm glad that you're here. We're going to talk about something that I think if you're a trader, you've probably run into this. This is something that I run into. Everyone who deals with risking money in the markets and trying to make money from your risk capital has to deal with the emotions of trading, which one of the funny things I run into is when people find out, oh, you did a PhD in psychology, but why don't you use that anymore? Well, trading, of course, is very psychological in nature, especially when you're trading your money or other people's money or whatever it is, your friends or family or whatever, and trying to make money. It's always kind of a blame game. And I'll explain kind of what I mean by this and what I think you can do to help. And by the way, if you like this stuff, if this resonates with you, if you find it useful, you may be interested in our Small Accounts Big Profits course. You can click the link below or above this video. We're going to talk a lot about psychology, especially in week 5 of that course. So the way that this works typically is that because we have hindsight bias in trading, we know that we risk our money, things don't go well. So we say, okay, why did I lose money in that case? Like there was a great opportunity. For example, I was asked in December of 2000 and whenever it was, 2015 or something, I think it was, a month before Franco-Get, and people were asking me, what do you think about the Euro Swiss? And I said, the Euro Swiss looked like it's going to go down. This is a chart that's going to go down. I don't really trade this pair, but this looks like it's going to go down, like it's going to fall through the floor here. And it did. And Franco-Get happened exactly a month later. I didn't take the trade, mostly because I haven't traded the Euro Swiss since early 2000, like 2005 or so. But I could have beat myself up and say, well, why did I not take the trade? I saw that there was a potential for a short trade there, but I didn't take it. And this is really common, as it turns out. You probably run into this where something happens in the markets and you say, because of hindsight bias, you go, well, wow, the Swiss franc got so much strength there. I had an opportunity there to make money. So you start asking yourself, am I good enough at this? Is this something like that's usually step one? Am I a good enough trader to make money? Is what's going on here? And this is why the reason why this happens is because you have hindsight bias. You've seen what happens. Number two is you say, well, if I'm not doing this well enough, if I'm not making money trading, why is that? Who do I blame? And in most cases, when it comes to trading, we either decide to blame the boogeyman, like the big guys, like the broker or the big funds or the banks, or ourselves, more typically. And hindsight shows us that we should have done this, we should have done that, but really, we're not allowing ourselves to be a trader, right? Because we blame ourselves, that leads to shame, and we feel bad. We feel shameful, like, oh, I'm not even really that good. And kind of there's reasons to beat myself up because I saw what was going on in the markets, that the Euro Swiss was likely to fall. I didn't take the trade, and look at all that opportunity that I could have had. And so what I'm trying to tell you here, or what I'm trying to offer, is an alternative approach. Instead of saying, oh, step one, I'm not good enough. Step two, who's to blame? And step three, oh no, poor me. I feel ashamed that I didn't do the right thing. Instead of doing that, remember that you are on the cutting edge as a trader. You are always right there on the edge of what is happening now. And you, of all people, decided this is this money that I have that I'm going to put forward and let the market do what it may. Why do I do that? Because I believe that eventually I will pull more out of the market than I'm giving to the market as an offering, right? And so that's why I'm doing this. Because you've done your data, you've done your testing, that your system makes money, and that over the long haul, you will make money. So you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. And a lot of people won't do that. A lot of people are happy to trade time for money. And as a trader, I salute you because you don't do that. You've decided, I am going to learn how this works. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to put the effort in, and I'm going to figure out how to make this work. And hopefully it doesn't take 4+ years like it took me to figure out how to make it work. But that's what you do as a trader. You're going for what you want. And I think that's great. But here's what you can do instead. Instead of saying, oh no, I'm not good enough, or who's to blame, and then what do I do about this, and feel very shameful, you can say, look, I'm a trader. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, and in fact, that doesn't matter. I'm going to risk this amount of money, and certainly I can learn lessons from hindsight. That's great. But right now, this is all I know. I've got a signal on my system, on this particular system. I'm going to risk this amount of money because I've decided that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to let the chips fall where they may. And that's it. And there's a real sort of freedom when you're able to let go like that. And you actually feel more alive as a person, I found, when you're able to let go and say, look, this is where I'm at. I'm living in uncertainty and fear and not knowing what's going to happen is really kind of living on the edge of life. A lot of people know exactly what's going to happen. They live quiet lives of desperation, to quote some famous writer, right? They know that they're going to get on the bus or the train. They know that they're going to go to work. They're going to sit in the cubicle. They're going to have lunch with Joey, and they're going to punch out at a certain time, and then they're going to go home on the bus or the train or drive home, and they, see their family and have dinner and go to sleep and start all over again the next day. But as a trader, you have an opportunity to break out of that and do what you really want to do. And what you really want to do is verify a strategy that makes sense to you. That's step one, right? Know that this strategy is going to make money and that it makes sense to me, so I believe in it. Step two, you come up with the rules, risk management rules, that help you achieve your financial goals and avoid the pain along the way. And that's all position sizing, risk management. We talk a lot about that in Small Accounts, Big Profits. You can click the link below or above to get more information about that. And step three is the psychology, which is really what I've been talking about right here, isn't it? And this idea of hindsight bias leading to blame and then shame, which shouldn't be the case. There's nothing wrong with not knowing what's going to happen in the future. In fact, there are plenty of traders around the world who are trend followers who don't care what's going to happen in the future. They just follow the trends. Remember, it's not trend prediction. As a trend follower, you just take the trend and ride it for all it's worth, right? So and in fact, I think I mentioned this before. When I took a class on trading currencies, a friend of mine recommended that I take this class. I took the class. One of the guys in the class that was clearly not the smartest dude there made more money than anyone else. Reason why? He just did exactly what the teacher said. And so when he saw a trend, he just took it. That's it. Didn't think about it. Didn't overthink it. Just took the trend, just followed his rules. And he was like a trained monkey, and he made a lot of money doing it. It was amazing, actually, to watch this, because then you think, wait a minute, being really the smart dude doesn't really matter here. Being the person that executes over and over again and doesn't overthink it, there's a lot of value in that. So I hope that this helps. I wish you happy trading. I hope to see you in another video. We'll probably do more psychology videos because it's a big deal for me. I spent most of my life studying it, and I find it very useful looking at trading from a psychology sort of lens. So we'll see you soon. I wish you happy trading, and see you in another video. See ya. Bye.